Good morning. Well, we had some snow in Canterbury last Sunday evening, friggin' down to sea level. That was a bit of a surprise. I did think there was going to be snow moving up the east coast of the South Island. There was some cold air moving up, but in between the time, I forecast it for you guys last Saturday morning. Actually, I do these things on Friday evening the night before. They come out Saturday morning. But anyway, so the last video I did, at that stage, yeah, sure, there was some snow coming in, but the temperatures in the models got a little bit colder. So, I would have revised that down to about sort of like 300 metres at a push for Canterbury, generally speaking. But yeah, it did get down to sea level. Why? Because I believe there was a bit of evaporative cooling going on. Please do a Google search on that if you do not know what I mean. There was some heavyish rain in North Canterbury. There was that cold undercutting air. When you get that heavy rain in those situations and the winds go like really light and shifty, the heavy rain can actually drag down the freezing level, and you can get snow to quite low levels when in the models it might look like it wasn't going to go that low. I believe that's roughly what happened. I could be wrong. My knowledge is getting a little bit rough. Anyway, okay, looking forward for the next 7 days. There is a lot of spring-like weather coming up. A lot of westerlies fronts coming in from the west-southwest, so there's going to be some warm temperatures for eastern regions at times. Yes, there will be thunderstorm chances, and yes, there is some snow to come also, mainly for the South Island. This is the map for today. Not too much going on. There is a front right there that has pushed over the North Island this morning. It's going to pop off to the northeast this afternoon. It will have brought a bit of rain. In behind it there is showers and perhaps a little bit of residual instability. Generally speaking, it's lower down. Higher in the atmosphere, the temperature profiles are warming a bit, so any clouds, they're not really going to get too high at all. So thunderstorm chances aren't really there. But there could be some the odd isolated heavy shower in behind that front there for the North Island this afternoon, mainly sort of inland areas south of about the Waikato. Okay. Let's move forward to Sunday. There we go, a bit later in the day now. Now this is our snow chance. We've got a front, some rain moving up over the South Island. The west coast here, actually I'll go back a bit. The rain will be down here in the south earlier on Sunday, and then it progressively moves northwards. This rain here for the west coast, there is a slim chance of some thunder in that. As it trucks on north, thunder chances are not high, as is the case a lot lately. In the east here, there is some cold air, so yeah, there is a chance of some snow. Down here in the south, a bit earlier on Sunday, down to about 500 metres maybe. It perhaps even could get as low as about 300 metres for this southeastern corner. But by that stage, as that colder air comes in, the precipitation rate's really going to back off. So yeah, sure, it may get lower down, but there's not going to be much to that level. The air is cold up here also for Canterbury, yes, later on Sunday. Perhaps it's, well, not perhaps. I hope it's not a repeat of last Sunday where it gets down to sea level again. I hope not, but who knows. At this stage, for Canterbury, it looks like there should be some snow down to about 800 metres. Good for the ski fields. That's where we like it. Let's move to overnight, I believe, into early Monday morning. So there's that front there. That's the leftovers of it, bringing a little bit of rain to the top of the South Island. A smidgen of instability in that, perhaps a low risk of some thunder in there. Let's swap around because there's a front barrelling in from the Tasman Sea. If we go to, when are we going to go to? Tuesday, all the way to Tuesday afternoon. It's going to fire into the North Island there. These showers here, they are looking reasonably unstable. I upgrade it to like more of a moderate chance of some thunder in these showers for the whole western side of the North Island. Perhaps this northwestern corner of the South Islands a bit earlier on Tuesday in the morning. Maybe there might be some thunder there, but the best chance is for the western side of the North Island. Eastern regions, you're going to be reasonably warm. Quite a bit of high cloud for the east coast of the North Island. That'll be streaming out of that front there. The east and south island, once that front moves through, it's sort of going to come across like that. In the morning there could be a bit of high cloud, but it should come out really nice in the afternoon. Quite pleasant in fact, and I am actually seeing some instability numbers here in the east Tuesday afternoon, but I don't think there's going to be any thunder. The temperature profile in the atmosphere, sort of in the lower levels, it's a little bit too warm. So it's sort of like a bit of a cap in inversion. In the States they always talk about, the cap it breaks later in the day and, you know, big thunderstorms are going to erupt. Similar-ish situation here in the east. Definitely no big thunderstorms though. But yeah, a little bit of an inversion in the lower atmosphere is going to prevent anything lifting up. And there's not really any triggers anyway to sort of like cause a storm to develop. On to Thursday, so skipping forward all the way to Thursday, big north to northwesterly airflow over New Zealand. Temperatures here in the east, very warm naturally. A bit of wind coming up this week also, as you can see by those isobars. Then we've got quite a lot of instability down here. Actually, this is like overnight Wednesday, early Thursday morning, 3 a.m. I should look at my times a little bit more accurately. The west coast, yes, heavy rain, a chance of thunder there. There is a front in there. That's going to move to the North Island Thursday afternoon. Right, there we go. Showers now for the North Island. Here in the west, there could be some thunder, you never know. These showers for the west coast of the South Island are going to have you know, that instability in them still. Still could be thunderstorms there, could even be some hail because there's some nice cold upper air moving in. Once again, a lot of instability out here in the Tasman Sea. Low pressure system here down to the south. The eastern South Island, it's your turn soon for some thunder perhaps, if it were to happen. Here we go, Friday, so low pressure system there off the east coast. It's going to direct in a south to southwesterly airflow here in the south and up this eastern side. If there is to be any thunder here in the south and in the east, it'll be Friday afternoon. There's some nice cold upper air moving in also. The North Island, another chance of thunderstorms. Some nice instability here, especially in the west. Cold upper air, westerlies. Yeah, there we go. For New Zealand, well, Canterbury, actually, yeah, let's go to Canterbury. For storms in Canterbury, I often like to see a big front moving through. It sort of like opens the door, so to speak, and then you get a trough pushing in behind. And that is sort of what is happening here, in a way. That probably doesn't really mean too much, but anyway, we'll move along. Maybe as we go on, that will make more sense. Let's move to next Saturday, 7 days away. Huge big north to northwesterly airflow over New Zealand, quite windy, warm temperatures in the east, heavy rain for the west coast, and another chance of thunder there. And a lot more business coming in from the southwest. So plenty coming up, very spring-like, I would say. Okay, we'll catch you next Saturday morning.